I'm at another State of Delaware vehicle surplus auction. We have 37 cars we're going to take a look at today. My name is Chris, the channel is East Coast Classics. Let's get out here, take a look at the cars, see if we can find some good cars at good prices, and we can walk away with a winner. Come on. All right, first car on the list, it's a 2014 Ford Focus. Lot number 200, mileage is 81,800. The state sold 39 of these cars last year. They all sold for a lot of money. This one is on the higher side on mileage. Bidding right now is at $4,010. Ugh. Usually I'm seeing these with lower mileage, something in, the 40, 50,000 mile range. Check it out. You only get 2 power door windows. The back doors, you get cranks. That's what you get with fleet vehicles. These are always pretty clean. These are well cared for, I believe, kept up. They always look good. I'm always tempted. I always see people looking at these things. And then as soon as you Google 2014 Ford Focus, you read about the transmission problems. Something like 2 million customers filed a class action lawsuit. All kinds of things going on with these transmissions. There's something like a dozen software updates, another dozen physical, mechanical updates on these. Nothing but trouble. This thing's going to sell for a lot of money. It's already at $4,000. I'm betting it's going to go up to $6,000. There's a lot of money out there. People spending a lot of cash on cars, and this is just one example of a way to get burned, man. It's a shame. Can you hear that exhaust down here? Half the cars here, they're missing catalytic converters. They've been cut off even before they showed up at the auction lot. Here's lot 201. It's a 2014 Dodge Caravan, 89,000 miles. Bidding is at $5,000 right now. Typically, I'm seeing these sell in the $6,000 to $7,000 range, and I have no doubt this will sell for something similar. These are sent to the prison system before coming down to the auction here, and the prisoners get to clean them all up. They do a pretty nice job until, everybody comes in here with dirty hands, dirty shoes. These vans are usually kept at the park systems here. They're for ferrying around visitors and guests and so forth. And they're always pretty nice and pretty low miles considering the year. They're well cared for. This one has got a flat tire. And I'm betting this one was kept at the beach. Look at that. Look at the leading edge of the hood. What a mess. A lot of money for these vans. But people like them. Let's see what this one sells for. And right next to that minivan is a 2016 F250 extended cab. It's an XL model, which I think is the base, commercial fleet model. 61,800 miles. Again, no catalytic converters on this one. I was curious what KBB values would be on this truck given its age and the modest miles on it. KBB says in good condition between 11,000 and 14,900. In fair condition, it's about $1,000 less. Bidding right now, $5,108. Seems like a bargain to me. Of course, you got to add a catalytic converter, but overall, looks pretty darn nice to me. I'm looking for rust down here, and that is so typical on these trucks. And right here on this passenger door, I see a sticker shadow, and that shape is typically the park systems here. I see some rippling down there. Tires look good. A little bit of damage. Not a big deal. If the bidding doesn't get much higher, it's going to be a nice bargain for somebody. And then lot 203, it's a 2013 Chevy Tahoe, 106,000 miles. State police vehicle. You can still see the sticker marks and shadows and the remnants of it. It's a PPV. You can see the wheels. So it's the 2-wheel drive model. There are 5 Tahoes at this auction today. 3 of them have a bad transmission. 1 has a bad engine. 1 is leaking oil and has a bad intake manifold. I've had a bitter experience. What? I had a Tahoe PPV before, and it left me bitter. Really, really nasty and bitter. I spent $4,000 or so on the engine repairs, getting the displacement on demand system pulled out and replaced with conventional cam and lifters. And while you're in there, I did the oil pump and the water pump and so many other things. Then the rear differential went bad, and it seemed to be one issue after the other. And then you have to deal with the terrible ride quality on these things. Up here you can see the bars where the partition was. Down on the floor You get the vinyl floors, of course, but you got the braces and the mounts for the divider. It's all picked apart, pulled apart. Cosmetically, this one looks pretty nice. You can see right up there on the windshield, bad transmission. So bidding is at $4,100 already. And then what's the transmission going to cost? Another $1,500, $2,000 maybe? The interior is a bit of a mess. And I'm curious to see where this one's going to end. Exterior-wise, I mean, the sticker shadows, I guess that can come up, but a lot of this is scrapes right in the paint. Right here, I mean, right through the color. I don't know, man. This seems like a lot of money for a lot of work and low payoff. But let's see where this one ends. We got another Ford Focus, this time a 2013, 82,000 miles, so a little less than the other one. Bidding is much higher, $4,650 already on this thing. And then you got a duo of Dodge Avengers, 2010. This first one, lot number 206, has 28,000 miles on it, insane. And then right next to it, 88,000 miles. What do you think of the miles? Do you think 28,000 miles is too low? Meaning that this thing has not been driven enough and the engine lubricated and ran through and all the condensation burned off of it. I think I prefer the higher mileage one. I mean, not that 88,000's a lot. I bought my son one of these for his first car. We paid something like $1,550 for it. It has like 150, 160,000 miles on it when we got it. It's been a good, reliable, dependable car for us. This one on the side, look at that. That's a shame. Same thing with the other one. These came with 3 different engine options. There was a 4-cylinder, then there were 2 V6s, I think a 2.7 and a 3.5. They run nice, they look decent, they're well cared for, they present well. I mean, it has made a very nice first car for my son. Here we go, lot 220. It's a 2004 Crown Vic Police Interceptor. Love these things. There was a time when I'd find 5, 6, 7, 10 of these at an auction here, and you'd have your pick of them. I was picking these things up cheap. I mean, I'm talking $1,400, $13, $14. I think the most I paid was like $18.50 for like the nicest Crown Vic on the lot. This one, it's just sad. It's got BF Goodrich's on there, which is odd. I'm usually seeing RSAs. Dinged up the sides. Needs paint work. That front bumper is torn up. Because it's a 2004, you get the standard old dash without the tachometer. I'm seeing a little bit of wear on the seats. Little discoloration, whatever. 123,000 miles. That's it. You don't get idle hours because we don't have the digital odometer. There is a button missing. I'm guessing that's safe idle. Up here on the ceiling, I'm seeing marks from a partition that was once there. I like the cloth back seat. Out back, just dirty. Love that blue, man. Oh my goodness. Sonic Pearl. Ah. And the back bumper. I mean, the whole car looks like it needs paint work. Bidding right now on this sweetie is $600. It doesn't come with a catalytic converter and has some kind of transmission problems also. And this is what I'm here for. It's lot 213. So 2015 Tahoe PPV, 108,000 miles. Bidding is at $6,100. I like the blue. What I like more, though, is the interior. Look, it's got the center console. It's got the cloth back seats. I'm not seeing any obvious signs of a partition on the ceiling. I don't think this was used as a patrol car. This, however, has a bad engine and, of course, no catalytic converters. Out back, I mean, it looks nice. It's got the vinyl floors. It's clean. I mean, really clean. I'm surprised to see the center armrest and the cup holders. I see some mound up here. I'm guessing that was for maybe a cage to keep items in the back. Maybe that's a light. Looks like an LED light. I can't really tell. The battery's dead. Can't pop the hatch. Can't start the engine. And it's probably going to have transmission problems. Cosmetically, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing any sticker marks or shadows. The paint looks good. The only damage I see is right there. The tires are kind of worn out. The wheel well was pulled out on the front passenger side. Everything on the outside looks good. I love the interiors on these. This is a nice step up from the previous model Tahoe. Look, I like this one. Bidding is at $6,100 right now. This one has an engine problem and a missing catalytic converter. So it's going to take some time, some effort, money to get this thing working. I went on to eBay. I looked up engines. I found a 5.3 out of a 2015 Silverado. Has 86,000 miles on the engine. Guy wants $2,200 for that. KBB says a retail value on this with obviously a good running engine, somewhere around $15,000. So if the bidding doesn't get too much higher than where it's at right now, I might be a winner on this one. I'm definitely going to throw my hat in the ring. We'll see if I can walk out without spending much more than where the current bid is. But this could be fun. This could be the next new East Coast Classics car to replace the Dodge Charger. And here's one that's super unusual to see here. Lot 226, a 2011 BMW X5, 122,000 miles. Bidding is at $7 grand. KBB puts a value on these between $5,700 and $8,200. So this is already, I mean, in the retail range. Looks nice. It's odd to see it here. It's got a tow hitch, kind of odd. I have no idea what it's doing here, who had it, what its history is, why it's here. I like the color. I'll be curious where it ends up though. Check out this monster, lot 233. It's a 1970 Kaiser. These were made from 1949 all the way to like 1993, 40 some years. They came in 4 different generations. This is a second gen, so it's considered an M35 A2. A couple years ago, I was actively, really seriously looking at buying one of these with the vision of cutting out one of these rear axles and making this the biggest, baddest, coolest pickup truck ever made. You can get utility beds and drop on here. You get rid of the tongue. And these things are monsters. These things weigh, oh my gosh, 13,000 pounds. Their engine is a 478 cubic inch 6-cylinder. It's a multi-fuel. Yeah. It makes something like 130 horsepower. With the turbo, makes 5 more horsepower. Top speed is 56 miles per hour. Has a 2-speed transfer case. Flex fuel. I mean, I was seriously ready to do something with one of these. But it's so dang big, it's just overwhelming. But with the tools and the parts that you need, it's just more of a project than I could ever take on. Bidding right now is $750. So let's see where it ends. And lastly, we have 10 handicap buses over here. They're all E450s. They all have no catalytic converters. It's been cut off. Lot 406, one over here, has the lowest miles, 111,000 miles. Let's take a look at it. And it's not just the missing catalytic converters on each of these buses. They were all towed in as well. Bidding is at $200. Scrap value has to be, what, double at least? I mean, instant moneymaker right there. You just got to get them off the lot. I've always thought of taking one of these, ripping out all the seats, converting it into a camper van, you know, traveling across country, doing road trips with the family. Not making it luxurious or anything, but just the basics. But if it doesn't run, it's just too much risk for me. This one's wide open, doesn't even have a door on it. But for $200, you can't have high expectations. All right, that is the auction tour. 37 vehicles, 10 buses. Did you see anything you liked? For me, it was the 2015 Tahoe PPV. It's dark blue, the one with the bad engine. I'm interested in that as long as the bidding doesn't get too much higher than where it is now. I'll grab that replacement engine, I'll get it put in, and hopefully I'd have a nice little Tahoe to drive around in for a while. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you saw some things that you liked. I hope it was fun for you. It was fun for me. I always enjoy coming out here and checking out all the cars. And I will see you on the next video.